Hi everyone, Rachel here with Givebutter. Thank you for joining us for another inspiring success story. Today we are featuring GetUsPPE. So far, they've raised over $87,000 to get PPE to the front lines of the COVID-19 pandemic. Shika and Emily join us today to share why they turned to Givebutter to reach their fundraising goals, and tips, tricks, and lessons learned along the way so that any fundraiser who's watching can put them right to good use. Shika and Emily, thanks so much for joining us today. Okay, so let's just jump right in. If you could go ahead and introduce yourself and a little bit more about what Get Us PPE is all about.
Sure. My name is Shika Gupta. I'm a physician in Washington, D.C. And for GetUsPPE, I serve as the vice president of our executive board, and I'm also the director of development and communications. So GetUsPPE is an organization that was started in mid-March as a response to the PPE crisis in the coronavirus pandemic. It was originally started as a viral hashtag on Twitter, actually, by a group of emergency room physicians. Over time, what they realized was that the PPE crisis wasn't going to end. So in order to make the workplace, hospitals where frontline workers are working, anywhere that essential workers were going to be safer during the COVID crisis, we really needed to find a way to fill the gap and get PPE to people who needed it most until someone else stepped in to do that job. And so we kind of thought this was going to be a very short-lived program for a couple of months or so. And over time, we really realized that the need is still here and it's only increasing as COVID cases increase. So what we're trying to do is find supply of donated personal protective equipment. And our goal is to distribute it free of charge to the people who need it most. And so that's really the essence of what we've been doing since day one, and it remains our primary mission today.
Well, we are so proud at Givebutter to be supporting the incredibly important work that you all are doing. But what made you turn to us? Why did you come to Givebutter?
Yeah, that's a really good question. So Ari, one of your co-founders, actually reached out to us, which was such a breath of fresh air and such a kind gesture. And he has family members who are in the healthcare space. So he really kind of acutely and personally understood the mission of what we were trying to do. And he was an open book. He said, how can my team help you guys achieve the goals that you're trying to reach? And it was such an easy sell. Givebutter is a beautiful platform. The user experience is wonderful. It gives us the flexibility to really kind of create the kinds of campaigns that we want to draw our constituents and our stakeholders to. And part of what I really love is that it gives us the opportunity to educate people also. So it's not just a click a button and donate money, but also learn about where your money is going and why you're giving to this cause. And the customer service and the teams at Givebutter have been phenomenal. We've had very few issues across the board using the platform, but when we have, they've been taken care of immediately with kindness and with a sense of urgency. And I think that's part of what really appeals to us about Givebutter. There's a true understanding of what it means to be a philanthropic organization and that things do move quickly, and being flexible and being able to pivot is a huge asset.
So Emily, just jumping right into more of the Givebutter logistics, what made you guys turn to Givebutter to reach your fundraising goals?
Yeah, so I think one of the big things that initially was interesting to us was the no platform fees, because that's, really important when you're a small group just starting out. And then also, one thing that I really like is the ability to make unique campaigns with different URLs, because a lot of our fundraising is people who want to do a benefit for us or host a show that's with donations going to us. And so being able to give them a link that's personal for them is really nice for their point of view, and then also makes it easy for me to send them updates on how much they've raised, and keep those things easy to identify. So really, really like that. And then also just how easy everything is to set up. I'm not like a coder or anything, and so being able to just give the embed code to my colleagues and have them put it on our website, and just really how easy everything is really nice.
Mm-hmm. So what I'm hearing you say is the 0% fees was huge.
Mhm.
You're a grassroots organization, and that makes it, financially affordable. It's easy to share with people who want to rally for your organization, and it's just overall easy to use.
Yeah, definitely.
Awesome. Um, so what has been your, you're kind of touching on it a little bit, but I want to hear a little bit more about your experience using Givebutter on the back end, because I know you've been kind of behind the scenes coordinating. What has that been like for you? You're primarily using the collect form, correct?
Yeah, so our initial thing that we wanted to set up was on our website. We have a little box where people can donate if they're on our website. And so that was the first thing we wanted to do. So I did that. Um, and then, yeah, and so just people that are on our website and then want to donate, we want to make that really easy for them.
Mm-hmm.
And then our other main thing is if people are having like we just recently had someone who hosted a talent show with us as the beneficiary, and it was a small group, but it was really nice that I was able to create a custom link for them, and they raised a lot of money for us, and more than we were expecting, and so that was really exciting to see.
That's wonderful. So what was their experience like on their end? Did you get any feedback from them with using Givebutter?
Yeah, I mean, they definitely appreciated that I was able to make a unique URL for them, and they liked being able to see how they were making progress towards their goal. And it was nice that I was able to easily increase the goal because they exceeded their own expectations, and so then I was able to bump that up again. So that was really nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that unique link is huge because you can't get that everywhere. And then it's easy for you to track, like you were saying, overall as a team and what you're bringing in. And so I have your basic collect form up right here. Um, what do you think has made it so successful on your site? Because we've seen other people use collect forms, or maybe there are some who are watching or listening and wondering, how do I, make this collect form work to its maximum potential on my website? What did you guys do to promote it or utilize it to make it successful?
I think having it be really simple, like one of the things we always think about is how many clicks it is that each person has to take. And so really minimizing that is important. And then also I think like a lot of it, promoting something in a way that's really relevant to people. So we have social media promotions that trying to stay current. And I think this is a really current issue. So that's partly why a lot of people are interested in donating.
Mm-hmm. No, those are awesome tips, Emily. I mean, it's so easy to get in the weeds and make it way more complicated than it needs to be. And I love that you kept your form clean, simple, straightforward. Um, Everyone that's watching the video can see that when I clicked, it was just 3 clicks. And then, if you have PayPal or another digital wallet, that's a fourth click and you're done. That's it. It's that simple. And I think that has to be part of the secret behind your success is that you've made it easy. And it's easy to add more steps, but not always necessary. And then the other piece that you said I think is also brilliant, making fund designations more and more relevant to what's happening today. People don't need a huge description. They know exactly what you're saying when they read the title of your fund. And I thought your team did that really well. So kudos to you. And I know that you mentioned to me, Emily, that you're new to Givebutter. And so I'm wondering, what are your lessons learned? What's something that you've learned about Givebutter that you think that would have, that's something that I would tell myself day one that I know now?
I guess how easy it is to create separate campaigns for things. I think we're a little bit hesitant at the beginning to, we wanted to keep everything really streamlined, but it's actually really easy. And so just to know that from the beginning, I guess.
Awesome. And then just to close, I'm wondering, for those that are following along, if you have any words of encouragement or wisdom for them as they're starting maybe their first collect form or their first fundraising campaign on Givebutter, what would be your word of advice or encouragement to them?
I guess to just jump right in and experiment with it. I have made some test campaigns just to see how things work. And then, yeah, and it's really very user friendly and easy to figure it out.
Great advice. What I hear you saying is it may not be as hard as it seems. Just go for it.
Yeah, definitely.
Thanks so much again, Emily. Really appreciate your time today.
Thank you.